Aluminum razors, they're all the rage these days, right? It's much more better compared to just buying something which is made of zinc. They last a much more longer period of time, they are lighter, and while they have a better material, they don't cost so much more. So today's video is going to be on the RazoRock Cyber Razor, which was released approximately around 6 months ago. Now, this version of the razor that I'm holding in my hand is the mild version, which you can see with the small lightning bolt, one single bolt that you can see on the right hand side. RazoRock has also released a medium version of this razor, which I currently do not own, so I can't give my review on that. So, this razor, if you notice, has a similar 30-degree cutting angle, which has become very, very common these days. It's it's very mild. It's very good for beginners, and it is very similar to another razor that you guys would have seen, which is the Henson AL13. Now, apart from the fact that they're both made from the same material and weighing almost the same, obviously you can see that the Henson's head profile is a little thinner than the RazoRock Cyber Razor. But having said that, the weight is pretty much the same. And what I'll do today in the video is do a side-by-side shave, where on the right hand side I will shave with the AL13, and on the left hand side I will shave with the Cyber Razor, with the purpose of telling you guys, obviously how the Cyber Razor is. I have a separate video on the AL13 that you guys can go and check it out. And then what I will compare is, given that the Cyber Razor retails for $40 versus the Henson retailing for $70, is the difference in the quality justified where you're paying $30 more for the AL13, or is it that they both shave in a similar way and you could probably buy the Cyber Razor and spend that extra 30 bucks in getting, things to start off with, like a shaving soap, a splash, a bowl, and a shaving brush. So I'm going to load up both of these razors with a brand new feather blade. I will build up my lather and I will come back to you guys once we are ready for the shave. For the shaving soap, guys, we are going to be using the RazoRock XX. Now you'll notice this is a much more larger jar, and this is a 6-ounce jar that they have released. It's a glass jar with a plastic top, and from a pure value for money, I think it is phenomenal, given that generally these days most soaps that you buy sell for around $25 for a 4-ounce pack. So we're going to lather up and we are going to be back with you guys in just a moment. So putting the blades are quite simple. I'm going to take out 2 brand new feather blades right here. Both of these razors are 3-piece razors. That means they will have a top cap, a base plate. So the one on the top is called as the top cap. This is the base plate. So what you'll typically do is you'll turn this around, you'll place the blade over here, which I'll do for you guys right now. So you're going to place the blade right over here. Then you will put the top cap on top of it. And then you will screw the handle. And then check the blade reveal just to make sure that you've loaded the blade properly. So that is the Cyber Razor loaded. Now let's load the Henson. Similar 3-piece razor for the Henson as well. Top cap, base plate, so the end tabs on both of these razors, as you can see, are covered, so you won't have that part, slight part of the blade jutting out, which is good when you're getting very close to the nose and stuff like that. But guys, I mean, honestly, I have used ones where it does jut out. As long as you are careful, I think you'll be good. All right, let's start the shave. As you guys can see, we're working with around a couple of days of growth. So let's get the lather on. I've wet my face. First, we will always, when you're lathering, apply the shaving cream, which I've anyway gone ahead and I've created some of it in the bowl. And I've noticed you typically need only around 1 gram of shaving cream or soap. So if you're buying something which is around a 200-gram jar, should last you for, and if you're shaving every, let's say every second day, it should last you for the whole year. All right, we've got this put on evenly on the face. Now we're going to splay the brush and rub the lather in. I feel that my lather is slightly dry, so I'm just going to dip my tips into the bowl, pick up some water, apply it on the face, and then splay again. I think we're good. Great. As you can see, a lot of lather still left in the brush, and plus I have so much of it in the bowl. Like I said, guys, all it needs is 1 gram of soap. So the way that we're going to do this is, I'm just going to start shaving. I will finish each pass. On the right hand side, Henson AL13, left hand side, RazoRock Cyber. I'll finish it, I'll wash up, and then I'll feel and I'll see which one took off more hair. All right, let's get started. Henson. All right, the Henson side is done. Let's move to the RazoRock Cyber side. All right, let me wash up and then I'll feel around the face and see which side seems to be smoother. All right, guys, we have washed up. So with the grain, I feel that it's pretty much the same. It's not too much of a difference. I would say the RazoRock side seems to be slightly smoother, slightly. And honestly, very hard to say the difference, and you can hear it also. I don't know whether you can, but I can definitely feel it. So if you're a one pass shaver, you have sensitive skin, this is all that you need to do. As you saw, it took away a couple of days of growth. Yes, all this area is still dark because that's just where the bulk of my hair growth is. But I think you are pretty okay if you just want to go ahead and do a single pass shave. And in case if you have a goatee, this is fine. All right, let's move to the pass number 2. So as you can see, I still have so much of soap left over in the brush, just from the first pass. And all the soap in the bowl is still untouched. So maybe you don't even need a gram, maybe you need less than that. But your mileage may vary. Okay, let's do pass number 2 across the grain. Right, pass number 2 with the cyber. Alright, we're finished with pass number 2. Let's wash up and again feel around to see which side is smoother. Alright. You know what? Both the sides are pretty much the same. And I have my typical areas over here and over here on both the sides. I do need to clean up in this particular area. And I will obviously do the third pass for a BBS. Both of them are pretty much the same, guys. So let me lather up for the third time and then let's do the final pass. water. Alright guys, we are ready to do the third pass. Let's start on the right hand side with the Henson. Let's do the second side with the Cyber. All right, let's wash up and let's check again. So guys, we have washed up. Guys, it's pretty much the same. Honestly, I don't see too much of a difference. I'm just going to do my touch up in some of the areas over here, a little bit over here, and then let's come back with my final thoughts. All right, let's do the final pass. Okay, last one with the cyber. Residual slickness, as you guys can see, is great. Alright, I think we're done. Let's wash up and then put the alum to see which side stings less. Alright guys, so we're done. Good shave. As you guys saw, took down a couple of days of growth. We are BBS right now. Let's put the alum. Let's check. So nothing on the cheeks. And very, very mild in this area. Slightly on a scale of, let's say 1 to 5, maybe 1. Alright. Let's check this one. Again, nothing on the cheeks. Again, very mild over here. Not much here as well. Alright. I think we did great. Let's wait for 30 seconds, wash up. I'll show you the splash I'm going to use and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So we're going to go with the matching XX splash. That's enough. Rub the splash. The nice refreshing smell to it. Very slight bit of tingling. So what are my final thoughts about the RazoRock Cyber and how does it compare to the Henson? To me, there was no difference in the quality of the shave. Both of them shaved exactly the same. It is smooth on both the sides. So the question comes up, why pay $30 extra for the Henson when you're getting exactly the same quality of shave with the Cyber? Now, if you want to go in for the Henson, I'm not saying it's a bad razor. I think it's an excellent razor. But I think you have a second option right now that you should seriously think about. So from a pure value point of view, I think the Cyber makes a lot more sense. Many of the times the Cyber goes on sale rather than 40 bucks, it's for 30 bucks. That means the difference at that point of time is 40 bucks compared to this. And using that $40, you can buy your shaving soap, splash, a bowl, a brush, and you'll be all set. And just like I showed you guys that it needs only 1 gram of the soap in order to go ahead and create the lather, let me also show you that after an almost 4-pass shave, I still have so much lather left. So maybe I can use only half a gram. And you guys saw how slick the shave was. So all in all, RazoRock, I think you did a great job. Cyber Razor is something people should really look forward to. And like you guys saw, if it can cut down 2 days of growth with ease, I'm sure you can use it as a daily razor as well. If you can pair it with a slightly sharp blade like I did, it's a mild razor paired with a feather blade, I think it gave an excellent shave. I hope all of you guys had a great July the 4th, and I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope that you have a great week ahead. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.